Hey guys, working on a giant mow, walk behind mower today. It's got a 14 horse Kohler on it. It's a command engine. It's approximately from 1996. You're gonna see some footage here from literally 1 year ago when I was mowing and something happened and all of a sudden I noticed that there's oil on the grass. And I said, what the heck's going on? And it took me about 2 passes before I realized that something bad was happening, really bad. So check it out.
What's that? An oil trail. Oh, what the heck happened here? I have no idea what happened, but the thing's leaking oil like crazy. I think it's leaking out of where the filter mounts. And I tried to tighten it up, but it's already tight, so I don't know what the heck the deal is, but what a mess. Not cool.
Well, I forgot to take the footage of me diagnosing it, but it appeared that the oil filter was the problem, as if either it had a hole in it or more than likely the gasket on the bottom crapped out and it just started leaking out oil right out of the base of the oil filter. So I bought a new oil filter literally a year ago. It's been sitting in my garage ever since, and I never touched it until today. The first step is I got to tow the mower up to the garage from the tent garage in the back, and then the thing is so dirty, it's all full of dirt, and I don't know if it's from the wind blowing through the tent garage because there's a dirt floor in there, but every single thing in there is covered with dirt. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we'll wash it off a little bit, and then we're going to take the thing apart. I have a feeling there's a mouse nest in it, so before I even get to the oil filter situation, I want to check out under the blower housing and clean it out and make sure it's all good.
All right, we're taking apart the old giant mow here. Last summer I was using it and it just started leaking oil everywhere. I figured that we'd try to investigate it this year. And of course it's filled with a mouse nest, so step one is cleaning all this junk out of there. These buggers are so ridiculous. I can't believe it, the destruction that they cause. So I think I'm going to take a shop vac and actually just vacuum this junk out of there. Ugh, gross. It was jammed right between the coil and the flywheel. It's all jammed down in the head, so we got to get that out of there. All right, so we put a new oil filter on it and filled it up with oil again. We're going to try to start it. Let's see what happens. Well, I mowed with it for 5 or 10 minutes and worked like a champ. Never dropped any oil that I'm aware of. So it must have been that that filter was leaking. That must have been the problem. So it's totally dry around the base of the filter right now. I don't see a speck of anything. I just parked it on top of this cardboard, so we'll come back in a little bit and see if there's any oil on the cardboard. There was a couple drops from taking the old filter off, but that's about it. So, you know, this is a good machine, but I got to get 2 new tubes for it because both tires leak air, and one tire won't even hold air long enough to mow the lawn. Yeah, and you might find this hard to believe, but it actually did start on one pull. I was lucky because the gas had all drained out of the tank and the carb, so it was totally empty. So I put that gas in there and I blew in the gas tank to try to prime it down the line. Fired up on one pull. Pretty awesome.